Hey guys, what's happening? Welcome back to another episode of House of Cards. We're on episode number 42. This is an episode that I'm excited about because I have some news that I want to share with you that I think a lot of the content creators that's really started talking about the big PSA price increases over the last day or so are kind of missing one of the most important elements that I think a lot of people are going to be really excited about. And I think it's a little bit of a silver lining to the otherwise negative news of all the grading prices doubling. So I wanted to share that with you. So we will dive right into that. But first, a little house cleaning before we get into that. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, that would be amazing. Go ahead and click the subscribe button and hit the bell too if you want to get updated every time I drop a new video. And if you enjoy this video at the end, I would appreciate a nice like on the video because that helps get it out to more people that might be interested in finding out this information too. All right, so what we are going to be looking at here is the overall new features that PSA also rolled out in addition to the, of course, unfortunate price increases, because we all know that those are never fun. And I think that, as many people believe, there is reason behind it. They're trying to obviously thwart all the low-end cards, jamming up the whole system. But I think at the end of the day, they might have, kind of overdone it a little bit. But, who's to say how that's all going to pan out? But we will leave that on the table for now because I want to show you something else. So let's jump onto the PSA website. So we're at psacard.com. All right, so you will see that up here on the screen. So usual stuff here, but what you'll notice right here is this little PSA Customer Communication Center. So go ahead and check this out. So there's an email this morning that came from the president of PSA where he was kind of just going through some of the upgrades and things that they're doing, along with, obviously mentioning the price increase, which, obviously was the main point for the email. But this is what I'm most excited about. So this is interesting. This kind of shows PSA's growth. As you can see, they're doing great. Their submissions obviously are bumping. Packages received per week. They didn't really put numbers on these, so you don't really know, but you can see that, in November it was super high. Some PSA initiatives. So these are things that he was talking about in his email. So hiring, they're still obviously aggressively hiring. They're lean principles. So again, just kind of learning how to do stuff on a more, kind of lean basis, which means that you do it quicker and faster and more efficiently. Other continuous improvements here, how many units are being shipped out. So, these are by quarter. So again, they haven't updated this for a while since this last one was June 2020. But anyways, they're trying to improve. But this is the most important thing right here. So this is what they call the CTD, or the complete through dates. So what this tells us is the last package that got shipped out, or was completed, I guess is probably the right word, from a certain submission level, and the date corresponding to that from the certain submission level. So what's interesting here is now we can kind of get a little bit of a idea of where we're at, right, on our packages. So as you can see here, here's all the different submission levels, right? So you got your quarterly specials, you got your values, which all of these are basically for Collectors Club members. So these are basically the same as economy, more or less. They're just on a cheaper rate. And then you got your regular, which is the one that most people did in the past before they made that only available to group submitters. And then you have your express, which is the kind of most affordable, like fast one. They used to call it, I think, the 5-day or whatever. Then your super express, and then of course your walkthrough, which is your most expensive one. But see, look at this. They're going to be updating this every day, according to them up here, is that these dates are basically the most recent ones. So if you sent your cards in on, let's say, a economy level, let's say you sent yours in September 1st, they just finished August 2nd. So you're probably within 30 days of getting your cards. So that's pretty exciting. Now, a couple caveats to this, which we're going to go through. First caveat is I don't know if the days update they will update every day on their system here, but is a day equal to a day is kind of my question. So what I mean by that is tomorrow, if I look at this and economy is there, is this going to say August 3rd, or could it still be stuck at August 2nd? So that's going to be the first question, because then we don't really have a true sort of, principled guideline as far as how many more days it's going to take. So I don't think it's a 1-to-1 ratio of like, if my order was on September 2nd and they finished August 2nd, does that mean it's going to be exactly 30 days until my order is done? Or could it be 37 days because, maybe the August 3rd or August 4th, stuff was like way heavier than it was on August 1st or August 2nd. So it takes them, say, maybe 2 or 3 days to get through a day's worth of stuff. I don't know yet. That's still to be determined because this is brand new. So I'll keep my eye on it. I think I'm going to, daily just kind of check in and see if those days are ticking up. Who knows? Some days they might get through, 2 days worth of orders. So they might jump up 2 days in only 1 day of our time. So again, those are things just to kind of look for, but just knowing that we have some sort of a reference here is huge. This is like makes my anxiety go down a lot about my orders, and at least having an idea. And I guess that's all we ever ask for, right? I don't think anyone's under the impression we're ever going to get to the point of like guaranteed times quite yet. Maybe in the near future once robotics and all that stuff starts happening. But for now, just having a ballpark, or at least something you can check on and see where things are at, that is all the more important to me. Okay, so I told you there's a caveat. So let's look here at my personal orders. So I have quite a few submissions out right now, as you can see here. So going back all the way to, okay, now don't forget, these are important things here: arrived and entered. So these are your two important things. Now, arrived just means that the package showed up at their facilities, they checked it in, but it doesn't mean that anything was entered into the system yet. So as you can see, I got orders that arrived back in January. It's now March. They haven't even been entered into the system yet. So you're talking, 2 months now of orders of things that haven't even been entered. So, but unfortunately, this entered is the key here to correlate to these dates. So these dates are based on when the items were entered, not when they arrived. So when you're looking at the dates and you're comparing them, you're going to be looking at this column and seeing where you're at. So as you can see, I've had a couple expresses that came a while ago, but let's look at this one as an example right here. So this was my Collectors Club submission. So this was back in it arrived back in September of last year, but it didn't get entered in until October. So you can tell here that my clock starts in October. So now if we look back here at the Collectors Club, so quarterly specials, which I believe is probably the same thing. Collectors Club were basically when you signed up for the Collectors Club before they discontinued it, they give you vouchers. And the vouchers were basically the same as, economy or value or quarterly special or whatever. It's kind of in that same ballpark. So I guess it depends, right? Because if they count it as economy, then my clock is at August 2nd. If they count it as value, then, my clock is somewhere in that like, early July sort of ballpark. Or if they count it as a quarterly special, then same thing. So unless they count it as economy, then I'm probably, let's just say I'm around July 1st. Economy is August. So let's just play it out. And so that means that mine is October. So if it is July, then you're talking, and again, are the days 1-to-1? Is the first question, but let's just say they are. Let's play the game. The days are 1-to-1, so basically October 6th versus, let's just say July 6th. We'll keep it nice round numbers. I'm still a good 3 months away. So, but if it's August, then I'm only 2 months away. But again, that all depends if the days actually go 1-to-1. So you can kind of see, we'll look at another one here. This one was already done. So again, this one is the same thing, economy. This is October 6th. So that one I know is economy. So that means I should be seeing these in about 2 months. Now these ones are going to take a while. Look at that. That took 3 months to put that into the system. Arrived September 8th, didn't get entered until December 15th. Oh my gosh. So these ones are obviously going to take a long time, because if it didn't get entered in until December 15th, and we look back here at the value, right? That was a value. Let's just double check. Yeah, so value modern, right here. So value modern entered December 15th. That is not value modern June 30. So this says July. So yeah, I'm a solid 5 months away from these guys coming back. So anyways, you can kind of see how you can use this to determine when you should be getting stuff back. I think it's nice. At least it gives you something to go off of, which I think is great. So I think that's awesome. At least PSA is trying to do something about this. It's never going to be a perfect system, but I think it at least can be something to help us feel better and sleep better at night. Giving us a little ballpark. That's all we asked for. All right, guys. Well, that is all I got for you. I want to make this a quick, simple video, give you guys a quick update. Please use this as your reference guide. I think it's great. I think you're going to see a lot better, you know, a peace of mind from people moving forward with this. So check it out. And if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, do all the things. I really appreciate you guys. And we will see you on the next video. Peace.